Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we're going to read
about independent voters.
And not just any independent voters, but three groups.
Yeah, the true independent voters, the ones that are truly independent, young voters, and women who may have traditionally been a little more to the right, but the Overton window has shifted so far to the right that all of a sudden they're starting to find themselves aligned more with the independents or maybe the moderate left.
Yeah, it basically, when you take away women's reproductive rights and their health care rights, those that might have been a reliable conservative vote before may decide this election cycle that's not, they're going to be a little bit more open-minded on other candidates.
Indeed. It's one of those hell hath no fury, right? You tell a woman you're gonna
just stop right there. Just stop. Life lessons have told us that what you say, the minute you tell a woman, yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Take off those shoes, put away your driver's license. You're in this for one thing and one thing only.
You're gonna cook me meals and
bake me babies. Women have kind of progressed a little bit past that, and
some have.
Yeah,
there's some knuckleheads out there that.
Well, they're not a part of this reading, are they? Now
they need to listen.
Yes. Absolutely.
This is the time that you listen.
Yeah, so if your husband's not around, listen to me. I'm a Republican.
Listen to me. I have half a brain.
I'm willing to use my half a brain, too.
Exactly.
It's only half, but hey, at least I utilize it.
Okay, so we've done the GOP voters' moods and the Dem voters' moods. Now let's look at the independent.
I mean, and frankly, this is the swing right here. Yeah. This is the key. If we're going to not only win this election for the Constitution, but we're actually going to restore the Constitution so that we can fight fair and nice like we used to, this is the group that needs to get us there.
Yeah, and literally this is also the swings. This will decide the swing states, but it's also going to really decide if the Democrats have a real mandate, like if they can get a majority or even a supermajority in the Senate, where, remember, 2/3 of the Senate to impeach a Supreme Court justice. That might be ambitious, but over 60, and it's filibuster proof.
Yeah,
which means stuff gets done.
Yeah, we can get this done. And it's not just the presidential. It's like Dave was saying. This is the downline election. This is your congressmen. This is your senators, and these are your U.S. House of Representatives.
It's also, it could be your state assembly, your state senate. This is all the stuff that you need to do in order to send a message that you don't like the way this country is going towards an authoritarian government, and you're going to push back.
Yeah, you may like the Ten Commandments, but you may not feel having them mandatorily posted in your kid's school is a good idea.
Yeah.
So, for entertainment purposes only.
So, for independents, what is their mood post-Supreme Court ruling, post-presidential debate? The Empress. Okay. Major Arcana. The Empress is about pregnant. It's a woman who's pregnant with the possibilities. On the high energy, it's taking care of everybody's needs and making sure everybody's needs are met.
How do you think she feels about reproductive rights?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think she needs some man telling her what she's supposed to do with her baby and when she's supposed to do it?
Yeah.
That man's her doctor and she sought that man out. Yes. If that man's her husband and she's asking him his opinion before she tells it to him, yes. But otherwise,
if it's someone that came along and raped, had forced himself on her.
Let's not even go there, dude. Okay, so it's taking care of things. It's in some ways, as we were describing earlier, these are the key voters. This is the key one that makes the difference. Page of Pentacles. How are they feeling after the debates and the Supreme Court rulings? They're going to have to figure out what their values are. As we said in earlier readings, you can't take our democracy and our freedoms for granted anymore. The Supreme Court has changed the rules of the game. And you have the potential to have a king or somebody put into office that is going to tell you what you can do with your body. They're going to tell you what your values are, what your basically they're going to tell you what to do and how to do it.
Yep.
If you're not a white Christian male, just prepared for apartheid rule, because that's what you're going to get. Underneath it all is the Three of Wands. It's making decisions and waiting for your ship to come in. We're talking about, folks that would normally be a reliable vote for a red hat. That's not really the case right now, because it's looking down the road and seeing what's coming next. And your decision on election day is going to determine that. But we're looking at the mood right now. In the past, I got the Ace of Cups. I think independent voters are a little bit stressed out as to what's going to be coming next. And there's a lot of burden, a lot of responsibility that's being placed on them. Current situation is the Three of Coins. They might be talking amongst friends, family members, amongst themselves as to what do they do. Now, this is behind the scenes stuff. So like for a woman that's married in a Republican family, they might be having quite quiet conversations with their friends, with their daughters, so on and so forth, with their moms about what they're going to do. Because the Republicans are telegraphing exactly what they're going to do. And maybe, just maybe, you guys need to circle the wagons and figure out a plan with this. Overarching energy, women will be treated like second-class citizens. Mm-hmm. Young people will also be given incredible financial burdens. They don't have money. And so women, and then you've got young people here too. Yeah. They're not going to have the money to defend themselves, and housing prices are expensive. College is expensive. They'll have so much debt. All they can do is work like French factory workers in the 1700s. They were making 10 francs a day, but when you're working 14 to 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, you don't exactly have a lot of time to enjoy your life. Their life is going to be toil.
Yeah. The establishment has got all the money and all the good things, and you're going to be left out in the cold.
Yep. The lesson to be learned from this is the Hermit. After the debates in the Supreme Court ruling, it might be that your path forward is clear. You can see where things are going. You can see that it's not done. They're not done yet. Project 2025 is what's being touted by the GOP, and it's horrific. Outcome is the Seven of Swords. So independent people are going to steal the election.
Yep.
I think in the end of the day, by hook or by crook, the independents are going to decide this election. Mm-hmm. And it might just be that polling saying independents are leaning one way or the other may not be accurate. A woman may not tell a pollster on the phone what their political leanings are. They may not answer truthfully. Yeah. Young people aren't even going to pick up the frickin' phone.
Yeah.
So I think what this is saying is that between this and this, it's a mystery how they're going to vote, and it's going to be an unexpected surprise for some people. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are optimistic, you might say, "Yay, young people and women are going to vote for the Democrats." If you are pessimistic, you might say they're just going to vote for the authoritarians like they always do, or not show up because that'll get in the way of whatever it is that they're doing. And they can't be for young people, they can't be bothered. Mm-hmm. For women, they're going to vote the same as their husband and vote those Christian values in. I'm just thinking, I don't think that's going to be the case.
I don't think so either.
All right, so over the summer, which we forgot to do for the Democrats one.
That's right. We still.
Actually, I don't think it really matters for the Democrats.
They're just basically going to close ranks, I think is what they're going to do.
Little four-quarter, what will the independents do over the summer? Are they going to be active? Are they going to ignore it? Is this just going to fall off their radar?
I don't know how it could. I mean...
And I don't know if we need to throw on that. Do you want to go just straight to how
let's go straight to November.
Okay. what's independent voters? How are they feeling after the elections in November? How are they feeling after the elections in November? It's funny, the top 3 cards wanted to stay on there as I was doing the overhand shuffle on that last one. So here we go. Page of Pentacles.
That's your favorite card. The Page of Pentacles, by the way, is David's least favorite card to throw.
Nothing against it. I just don't. There's so many different meanings for it. Foundation of the reading is the Two of Cups. A coming together. You've got Republicans and Democrats drinking from their cup, and then you've got the lying lion above it all.
I was going to say, in the past, you've told me that that's Trump. Yes. Scowling, looking over at this agreement.
Exactly. So does that mean they voted for, that Republicans have agreed with Democrats and have voted for Biden? Or is it Democratic women are agreeing with Republicans and voting for Trump?
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe that if you have Democrats and Republicans drinking from the same cup, it's not for the tyrant.
No. I think it's definitely the women have joined the men here.
Red women have joined the Democrats.
Yeah, the blues.
Yeah. Cross with the devil. They've had, and then here we go.
Yeah, the Page of Pentacles.
Page of Pentacles. Underneath it all, you got, I think, the young people. Underneath it all, you've got a victory here where people have come together and united. Now, mind you, Donald Trump does not unite people. He divides people. This is unification, and underneath it is a youth vote. So I do think Taylor Swift played a role in here somewhere, getting young people. You've got young people voting, really pushing it, but you've also got Republicans working with Democrats, and at least as making sure this guy doesn't sniff.
Or, this could be Democrats and independents, because we are talking about independents as well. So,
cross with the devil. They had to choose. Now, for an independent, they might have to choose the worst of the two evils.
Hopefully the lesser of the two evils.
Lesser, did I say the least? Or
worst.
The worst? Oh, no, the lesser of the two evils, excuse me.
Yeah, the worst of the two evils would not be good for the rest of us.
And again, this just could be, a Republican woman. This is the only time I'm voting Democrat. I'm never doing that again. I basically had to hold my nose because of the brimstone stink coming off of this guy.
Yeah.
But it might also just be that, hey, if we let Trump in, we're slaves.
Yep. And
we don't want that.
Yeah, and it could be, women and independent voters are recognizing that if we vote Republican, we're signing up for this. We're chaining ourselves to this man.
Yeah. So remember those conversations you had in the past where you were talking with family members and other women about what you're going to do? Looks like that came to fruition. Current situation is the Eight of Swords.
They're not happy with either choice.
Yeah. It's a binding, a restriction. I think what it is that this is that motivation for women. Their rights were being taken away. They were going to be, chained to the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And they had to get the vote out to say that they're not going to be hostages, and they're not going to be willing victims. So this person is a willing victim. They could cut the bonds. They can remove their blindfolds and walk away from this situation. They're not actually tied to anything. If you want to feel helpless and a victim, go ahead. Vote for the Republicans, and they'll make your wishes and dreams come true. But if you want to unbind yourself and you want to flex, there you go. Victory. Overarching energy is victory. There's a united victory here because people are tired of being victimized. The lesson to be learned. They care. They care about the economy, but they care about their values. And not just their values, the values for everybody. This is a card of generosity as well as looking out for other people.
Yeah.
You've got yours, but you've got plenty you can share. And they know what it's like to be marginalized. They're not going to let future generations be marginalized by this. Outcome is the happy ending. They do it. They get out there, and we've got a bright future. We've rejected the devil and all his works. And, at least for the next 2 years, it's put for the Democrats at that point. It's put up or shut up time.
Yeah,
you've been given I think they're going to get a mandate. The look at this card, the Democrats are going to get a mandate, and they better do something with it. This is not the time for where the Democrats have fallen in the past. It's the same thing with the Republicans.
Yeah, the far left.
The extremists in both parties want the sun, the moon, and the stars, and they won't compromise, or they're unhappy compromising to the point where they start torpedoing stuff because they don't get their way. But this literally is nuts and bolts. Come up with a list of priorities and get it done.
Yep.
You got 2 years. 2 years to basically before the House gets voted on again.
Right, exactly.
4 years before in the Senate too, and then 4 years before the next presidential election. So you've got a 2-year reprieve to get a bunch of stuff done. If you're successful, you might get another 2 years to get more stuff done, and then we go through this again.
Yes.
Until this Supreme Court ruling is overturned,
yep,
we are going to be we're right at the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
But independents and young people and women who would normally vote for Republicans look like they're going to come over, cross the lines, put the Democrats in, and now it's the Democrats have to do the work.
Yeah, start restoring civil rights, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, anything else you want to add to that?
No, I don't think so.
All right, let's leave it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. I appreciate it.
Like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment. I go through all of them and I respond to as many as I can.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll catch you on the next video.
All right. Bye.
Bye.